What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are the Resistance. Back at you, unfortunately, with another live stream. It's actually not a documentation of tyranny and corruption, but this one, ladies and gentlemen, is special. It's a documentation of my life. So as y'all know, last year, I was accused of egregious things, sexual abuse against my daughter. That kept me away from my daughter for a whole year. These false claims kept me away from my daughter for a whole year. Almost 2 Thursdays ago, which would be in 2 days, which would make 2 weeks, I spanked that case. When I say spanked, that means vacated and dismissed the egregious charges of sexual abuse towards my daughter. All right, fast forward to Friday. I made an announcement to you guys, and shout out to everybody in the chat. I made an announcement to you guys that I would be in reception of my daughter. And I was told that the defendant would bring our child to Massachusetts no later than 7 p.m. on Friday. Now, pay attention, ladies and gentlemen, because this is good commentary right here. Y'all might want to hear this so y'all can know the facts. So, around, I say, 3 hours before her scheduled arrival, I received a text from the defendant saying that she was unable to make it due to real ID. She didn't have a real ID, and Philadelphia International Airport wasn't accepting anybody on board without a real ID. Sounded kind of funny to me because the last thing I remember about real IDs was that they weren't putting them into effect until October. So that stuck out, and I said, well, let me give Philadelphia International Airport a call and find out the deal. So I gave them the call, and they said, we're not accepting real IDs until 2023. So ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know yet, real IDs, at least in Philadelphia, and I'm pretty sure everywhere else, has been bumped up from October 2023 to May 3rd. I'm sorry, correction. Real IDs has been bumped up from October of this year, 2021, to May 3rd, 2023. And that's what they told me from Philadelphia International Airport. So from that point on, I realized we had a problem. Okay. So then the defendant texted me and said that she would bring the child on Monday. I said, hey, no problem. Don't even worry about traveling. I'll be down there to get her. Gave her all kinds of notifications, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to go on the ins and outs of those texts because there was plenty of them, and most of them were redundant. So that would be wasting time. But the point is that the defendant was ignoring my text that I was coming down and I would be down all weekend. If I wasn't in reception of my daughter over the weekend, that I would be filing contempt of court on Monday, which I did yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. So being as though that is unusual times, COVID-19 season, things are on a delay. And when I filled out the petition, they told me to put it in a Dropbox, so it's going to be reviewed. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. While I'm saying that, you know, I put it in a Dropbox and they're going to review it and everything, that's just, I want you men to put yourselves in my position. And I want you men to think about if you had your child and you had your child illegally as a custodian, okay, because there's an order in place, and you didn't want to give the child up to the mother, what would you do? No, correct. I'm sorry. Let me scratch that. What do you think would happen to you? There would be SWAT in the front, in the back, and there would be helicopters all over your crib. Okay? Now, I'm a black man trying to get my daughter. I was accused of egregious claims of sexual abuse to my 4-year-old daughter. That's been spanked, vacated, and dismissed. Okay? And the mother refuses to give the daughter back. I haven't read any messages yet. I don't even know who in here, but I'm gonna be checking y'all out real quick. Just want to give y'all the forefront of what's going down. So Saturday, Sunday, I came with police escorts to no avail. The door didn't open. Okay? I've documented everything, got report numbers all weekend. I've just been documenting everything, okay? And you guys haven't heard from me for a minute because I was trying to see if this was going to fall through like I needed to and get my daughter. If it would have fell through over the weekend and I got my daughter, you guys would honestly wouldn't have heard about this. But now we're going into another week. And she doesn't want, not even any contact. And let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea if she's even in the house down there. We'll be down there shortly. Y'all want to stick around? As long as I got juice, I'm out here. I'll be calling the police shortly for another escort after I put a petition in yesterday. Because, see, I don't want it to go to all of this. I just want my daughter, and I want to go back home to Boston. You know, I want to raise my daughter. I don't want all this police action going on. I am the juice man, but I would rather that this goes smoothly because it's involving my daughter. You know, I'm sorry if I'm being biased, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm calling them again for an escort. I'm asking for an escort because I don't want, anytime I come near this area right here, I always ask for an escort because we're dealing with a slick party here. Let me just say that, a very slick party. If she could pull what she pulled off for a whole year, imagine what she could continue pulling off. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, I'm receiving a text right now. Oh, that's nothing. Let me put this on silent, this other phone on silent. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm going to be getting with y'all in a minute. Just want to give y'all the scoop on what's going on. All right, do not disturb, man. So I'm here again today, Tuesday, because Monday I put in a petition. And, I'm hoping that the door opens and I can get my daughter. And then I can withdraw that petition. Hey, no problem. Nobody needs to get locked up. I already got my daughter. But, so far that hasn't happened. So we're going to see. At this point, I have no contact since Saturday. No communication since Saturday from the first escort on Saturday when I asked the police officers to escort me and give me a report number. So as we were done and she didn't open the door, I texted her. I said, hey, me and the police were just at the door. You knew I was coming. I've received the report number. And if I don't receive my daughter over the weekend, I will be submitting that report number within the petition on Monday, which I have already. Okay. Like I said, I had to put it in the Dropbox along. Everybody else had to do the same thing. Because it's COVID-19 season, unusual times. And that's what it is. I'm waiting for them to review it. But let's get into this phone call real quick. Matter of fact, let me get into the chat. I'm going to go over here and sit down. I'm going to sit down real quick, get into the chat, see who in here, to speak to everybody real quick. And then we're going to get into the 911 call so we can get this thing rolling. I might have to go to the store, too. I'm out dry as hell already. But who up here? And I'm starting from the top. Shout outs Josh C, Dragon Nut, Premier Basin, Mike Jones. What's going on, Mike Jones? Paul Jackson, Karen Payne, DD Lump. How y'all doing? Appreciate everybody in here. I'm in Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen. Philadelphia, PA. Overbrook Park, I believe the section I'm in. I'm in my own city and don't even know. Hey, yo, bro, what's this? Overbrook Park? Overbrook Park, right? Overbrook Park. So, I'm at Overbrook Park. Supposedly not too far away from US 1, which was part of the Underground Railroad. That's only a few blocks up right there. You go about 3-4 blocks up, and you'll be on US 1, the supposed Underground Railroad. Anyway, I'm on Ruskin Road. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Haverford and Ruskin. Street that I'm going to be on is Ruskin Road. And who else in here? Supposedly free. What's going on? So let me just make everything clear, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Alabama Camera, Free Church Press. I want to make some things clear that this is not an attempt. If I see my daughter, this is not an attempt for me to go run and grab my daughter and we out. That's not the transition that I want at all. I don't want my daughter shaken up. I don't want her to be surprised. I'm allowing this situation to go as smooth as possible until the courts take action. Because that's the only thing that I can do at this point. All right, I'm dealing with a slick party. They've already done some devilish things to me already. You know what I'm saying? Now at this point, I don't know where my daughter is. I haven't had any communication with the defendant all weekend. They know that I'm down here. They know that I'm down here. I have all the text documented, but they know that I'm down here. So let me get into this phone call. Who else in here? Shout out to everybody in the chat. We about to get in the phone call. I'm out here. Y'all hang around if y'all want. It might be a while. I'm gonna let y'all know now that they take their time on coming up, but I'll be online commentating and I'll be taking a tour through the whole block. I must tell y'all that I did. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick. Show y'all what I did on what was that? Sunday night? Sunday evening, yeah. Sunday evening. Let me pull something up for y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. That's the thumbnail y'all seen is actually a flyer that I distributed. I distribute this throughout the block on every house and every car. Okay? So that's the flyer, and it's also the thumbnail of this video. And all this is public record because all this is true, and all of it, and most of it is documented. Okay? So that's the name that you have right there. The title of the situation is what you see. You also see a birth date, an age, and the description. And you also see the disposition. Let me zoom on that real quick for you. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, y'all. See the disposition. I hope y'all can see that. Ratchet AF. And the situation is that this woman is currently in violation of a custody order in Massachusetts and is illegally bordering her child. If you see her, please call 911. And I have also have a picture of the most recent custody order from Massachusetts, and I put the docket number on the flyer as well, just to show that I'm not out here giving out any hate mail and trying to make somebody look bad. This is all truth. This is all facts. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. All right, so get this 911 call real quick. Pretty soon we're gonna be walking down the street to take notice to see if my daughter's anywhere in sight. Just want to get some kind of visual contact. And I'm also putting it out there. I'm asking for help. Please share this. This is not right at the same time. This is not right. This is also an expose on, how black men are treated. Yes, good morning. I'm calling because I need a police escort. 7460 Ruskin Road. I need 7460 Ruskin Road.
In a house, apartment, business?
It's a house. I need to pick up my daughter.
Tell me exactly what's going on, sir.
I need to pick up my daughter. I have a custody order that says I have sole custody, and I need to pick her up. It says on the order that she should have been back in my custody since April 26th.
Okay. Before then, what took place? How did she not?
Oh, she put in some false claims of a PFA, which just got vacated and dismissed last week. So now it's mother.
How was she doing it?
She's 4.
Where you're waiting for this, where they reside at,
They reside at Ruskin Road. I'm waiting on the corner of block 7400, but I'm walking up and down the block on the opposite side of the street.
alright, if you just walking up,
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking out for you guys. This is like the 3rd time. This is my last attempt to try to get my daughter.
if you're just, walking by. Um, and she's refusing to get the daughter over.
I'm sorry?
Confirming I heard you correct. The mother is refusing to give the daughter back over.
Yeah, she's received the order. She has it just as much as I do, and she refuses to open the door. At this point, I don't know if she's in the house or if she's not in the house, but I'm trying to get my daughter, by asking for a police escort and at least, knocking on the door for a 3rd time.
Let me get a description of yourself so police don't miss you since you're walking around.
And I have on blue jeans and I have on a gray hoodie.
I mean, if I was you, I'll try to stand somewhere still so they can, notice
All right,
you
well,
and
how about,
identify
could you ask them to come to 7062 Ruskin Road, please? Change the address.
70. Alright, what's there? Where you live?
70, 7462. I'm sorry, 7462 Ruskin Road. I'll be standing on the opposite corner from that house, and that's next door to 7460 Ruskin Road.
Oh, so you'll be standing at 7462. Okay.
On the opposite side of the street.
So you're across from that location.
Yes.
Okay. And I have to ask these questions. Anyone on location except from any mental health issues or substance abuse that we should be aware of?
I know about alcoholism. I do know about that.
Alright, do you know if she's under the influence now or?
No, I couldn't tell you that right now.
No. Anyone have any weapons?
I don't know about that.
Anyone acting violent this time, sir?
No, I haven't had contact with the party. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here for an escort. I'm trying to eliminate all that. That's why I'm calling for an
Yeah,
escort.
that's yep, I just gotta ask those questions. That's good. Alright, so we'll be up there as soon as possible, okay?
All right. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to James Pfeiffer, Permian Basin, Mike Jones, Spooky Press on Free. All right, so let's take the tour of the block. West Philadelphia, born and raised. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're in Overbrook Park. We'll take a walk down Ruskin Road. Our address is 7460. That's where the police are going to be coming to. 7460 Ruskin Road. 7460 Ruskin Road. But like I was saying to y'all, just to let y'all know, the house is on all the way on this side of the street, all the way at the end of the block. Second house from the last. Second house on the left. So like I was saying, I've been here all weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I was expecting my daughter on Friday, and she reneged on that. So I made an attempt. Well, I came down to Philadelphia ASAP. Told her before I left, I got a ticket. I'm on my way down. Don't worry about making another scheduled visit. I'm on my way. So I came down. As soon as I came to town, came straight here on this block, waited on the corner where I was at. And it's all recorded. As a matter of fact, it's all recorded, so it's pre-recorded. This is the only one I went live on. I'll be uploading those, I guess, when I get back home, shortly after I get back home. So y'all stay on the lookout for that. But escort came. They knocked on the door, stayed there for about 3 minutes. And then when I say 3 minutes, that's exactly what I mean, 3 minutes. They left, generated a report number, gave it to me. Sunday, I came back, asked for another escort. Same thing happened. Got another report number. I left. Monday, went to family court, filed a petition of her being in contempt of court. That was in the Dropbox. They got put in the Dropbox due to COVID-19, unusual times that's going on with COVID-19 season. So, they have to review it. And they'll get in contact with me. So at this point, there's nothing more than I could do but to expose. I feel as though they dragging their feet with this, because if this was a female, they'll be all up in arms with this situation, They'll be up in arms with the situation. So I'm back here today. A final attempt. And throughout the whole situation, now, even though it hasn't been any contact, I've been civil. I have not approached the home, knocked on the door, nothing. Even with the restraining order removed, I'm not doing that, because I know, I'm dealing with a slick party. So we pulling up on the house, second from the left. I'm gonna pull up on it, see. I was hoping that I had a clear view of the house from the opposite side of the street so I could sit down. But I don't. That's the home right there. $7460 Ruskin Road. I have no idea if my daughter is in there or she skipped town, on the streets. And this is why I always say on the streets, because when you say on the streets, you can't take everything credible. But on the streets, I heard that she was planning to skip town because she was on some not without my daughter stuff. These egregious claims that she put in last year didn't fall through. And, she's sticking to her guns, because the whole point of it is that it was bitterness and, and hate towards me. I'm a good father, always have been a good father. But, if you want to question some things, then the first thing you should ask me, well, how did we even end up in a custody battle? Well, that happened because she was drunk and possibly intoxicated with other things, but my daughter in the back seat with no car seat, no pamper, and no coat. And she went right in this area up, I believe, at City Line Avenue at the shopping plaza, which is also US 1, which is also supposedly the underground, one of the trails of the underground, main trail of the Underground Railroad. But anyway, back to the story, I digressed a little. She went into that plaza and left my child in the car and went into the store, and some shoppers seen my baby in the car and called the police, and that ended up her getting arrested and police getting her to call a family member and them getting in contact with me to come from Massachusetts to get my baby, which I did ASAP. So when I went back, I filed for custody ASAP. And that's where all the bitterness and everything came from, because not only did I file for custody, but I ended the relationship as well. She stayed in jail for 3 months. I pretty much took care of my daughter for about 2 years. When she got out, she didn't have any interest of taking care of her daughter, although she did file a counterclaim in Massachusetts custody court. She did do that. Mostly everything was in my favor from the beginning because of, what she had got arrested for. So, and she was out of state. So one of our main arguments was that, well, we left from Massachusetts, me and my daughter, to go to Philadelphia, and my mother was in a situation. And she tried to say that also when she left, our relationship was ended at that time, which was a lie. But what happened was she came up on some things when she came back to Philadelphia, and she had a plan to do. She had an agenda, and the agenda didn't work out for her because she beat herself at her own game and got arrested for being drunk with my daughter in the back seat of the car with no pamper, no car seat, and no coat. Dead of winter. So she got some problems with that. And she's always been spiteful since. She always been spiteful and scorned since. So last year, I started my First Amendment thing, going out on these streets, recording, and I got arrested a couple of times, illegally arrested. Didn't do nothing wrong. This is the house right here, ladies and gentlemen, right there. That's the house right there. And they tried to jam me up on some things. So I said, you know what? I had the opportunity to make some money with Wolfie Gladly, Southeastern PA. And then that turned into making some money with cameras everywhere. And Joe Cool, cats like that. I started in Peanut 411. Ended up, me going around the country. So while I was doing that, it was scheduled for me to pick her up within a month after I dropped her off on Mother's Day weekend last year. Wrong move I made. Because when I came back, she claimed reports of sexual abuse. Let me get on the other side over here. And that ended up with me not seeing my daughter for a whole year. Oh, here go one of the flyers, ladies and gentlemen, that I put on the cars and doors. Somebody's still on here. This was 2 days ago. That's the flyer right there. And I put it in every car and every house on the block. These flyers right here. It's also the thumbnail to this video, ladies and gentlemen. Also the thumbnail to this video. But this is the house right here. And I'm hoping my daughter's in there. Yeah, police gonna take forever, Mike Jones. I told y'all right now, y'all could drop out, come back in, but I'm online. They definitely taking forever. They gonna do that. And just for my safety, I'm not going over there, nowhere near the property. Just for my safety, because we already know how things could get with police. Let me put this phone down real quick so I can get my drink out the bag. Shout out to everybody in the chat, y'all. It's definitely going to take forever, though. It's definitely going to take forever. Shanika, the chosen one. I definitely got full custody already. Sole legal custody. That's what's going on. What's going on? For those who aren't clear on why I'm out here, ladies and gentlemen, bottom line, meat and potatoes, I have full legal custody. The mother is not willing to release the daughter. All right. At this point, we're looking at parental kidnapping, because not only is she not willing to release the daughter, but she's willing to give me my rightful parenting time to my child. That's what she's doing. She's in violation of the order. And last but not least, I have no contact with my daughter. When I text, never text back. And it's been since Saturday night, since the first time I came here with a police escort and told her, hey, I've been here with a police escort. We just got finished knocking on your door. You knew I was coming. They gave me a report number. I will be submitting that to the courts on Monday if I don't get my daughter over the weekend. Try it back again Sunday. Same situation. Then same situation happened with a police escort. Monday, I went to the courts, filed a petition. Contempt of court. Due to COVID-19, I had to put my petition in the Dropbox for them to review. I'm in the process of waiting. I need help, ladies and gentlemen. I ask that y'all share this because this is not right. You know what I'm saying? I got hit with false. This is classic documentation right here as I record of a black man being ran through this, being dogged through the system by a scorned woman and playing games with the city. Playing games with the system, period. That's what this is. This is what you see in live. Share this. Huh? Don't watch Steve Wilkos. Watch this. All right? Share this shit right here. Don't watch Steve Wilkos. This is the real stuff. Oh, he did this. He taught my child the booty dance. He did this. He did that. So most of the stuff I'm not going to even say no more. Y'all go in my catalog. I've been reporting this since last year. I did file an emergency, and it's in review, Brian Krantz. I did file the emergency. It's in review. They're not doing nothing. I seen multiple people file petitions, and they told them to put it in the Dropbox. It is emergency, but it's still in the Dropbox. I'll be going down there tomorrow. Hold on one second. Y'all here, 7460 Ruskin Road, ladies and gentlemen. This is not an audit. This is not a cop watch. This is actually a documentation of the resistance life. This is what I'm going through. And this is real shit. And if you want to know why is this being broadcasted, because at this point I have no idea where my daughter is. I'm concerned. I haven't seen her. Already I haven't seen her for a whole year. Already I haven't seen her for a year. I haven't talked to her for a year. Now I'm concerned because she fails to release my daughter to me. See what I'm saying? So if you ask, well, why would he put this out there? Because it's not right. When the police come, I got body cam. So when the police come, I'll be pushing this body cam. I recorded a body cam with both of the escorts, and I plan to do it with this escort as well. But I don't turn it on until how you doing? I don't turn it on until they come. But yeah, at this point, if somebody may ask, well, why is he recording this? Why he's putting this out there? Well, you gotta understand, I was hit with false claims by my child's mother. She tried to destroy me, tear me apart. You know, when we went to trial over these claims that she reported almost 2 weeks ago, they offered me a deal. The deal was 1 year, no admission. And that meant that I would agree for an extra year for my daughter to be in her custody without any contact. But there also wouldn't be an admission of guilt on my record. And she also made me aware that the judge, that if there was a finding of sexual abuse, it would be put on my record. And I said, let's go. Let's rumble. I said, let's rumble. Because I wasn't scared. And you know, the lie won't stay alive. And there was never no evidence to begin with throughout the whole process. Never no evidence. So when you ask, well, why would he do this? Well, as far as I'm concerned, my daughter's missing. I haven't had any contact. I don't know if she in here or not. I don't know what's going on. I've been here several times. After she reneged on the first time on Friday to bring her by 7 p.m. in Boston, Massachusetts, I told her don't worry about it. I'll be up here by Saturday, the next day. She wanted to reschedule the time to Monday and insisted on coming on Monday and was ignoring the fact that I kept pushing those texts to her saying, I'm in town, I'm in town, I'm in town. Okay? I'm standing in front of the house 7460 Ruskin Road. I need somebody help. I'm trying to get my daughter. I got a custody order saying that I have sole legal custody of my daughter. I'm in Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm trying to get my daughter, and I'm not getting no help. It's been too long. Y'all want to check out the custody order? It's public record. Here's the docket number. Docket number right there. Y'all want to know the truth? The truth is right there. Massachusetts would not grant me custody, and they granted me full legal, sole, physical custody before we had the trial date of the sexual abuse claims in Philadelphia. They granted me that before. You know why? Because she didn't even appear. She didn't even appear to the Massachusetts case. Didn't even appear. Sorry about that. Give me a second. I'm reporting to y'all from Philadelphia, PA. 7460 Ruskin Road. Okay? We got parental kidnapping going on right now. Parental kidnapping. 7460 Ruskin Road. We got the name right here. Y'all can read. We got the name right there. If I was a man in that house right now, withholding my daughter from the other parent, there would be SWAT out here. There'd be ghetto birds all in the sky. All in the sky. It'd be SWAT in the back. They would have probably possibly put the child in danger just to get to me. I'm going the back over here driveway. This is a walkthrough, a public walkthrough. We still waiting on the police, ladies and gentlemen. For those are just getting in, we waiting on the police for an escort to knock on the door so I can retrieve my daughter, which I don't think it's going to work out well because I've been here 2 days straight already, Saturday and Sunday. Yesterday I put in the petition in family court. I took like half the day. Couldn't see no judge because it's COVID-19. Unusual times. The season is strange. This is the vehicle. This is a vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Unlicensed driver as well. Let's just add that. And look at this right here. Look at this tarp over the garage door. It's not even a door. It's just tarp. That's safety concerns like a motherfucker. You see that? That's going straight in. That's safety concerns like a motherfucker. That's where my daughter's supposed to be at. This is crazy. This is what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. We have a single black female mother who's going rogue. Y'all see that? So she's failing to release my daughter to me. I have sole legal custody. Everything's in my favor. Only problem I'm having is her releasing my daughter to me. I don't know if she's in there, if she skipped town. I have no idea what's going on. This is documentative. This is being documented. This is an objective record right here for documentative purposes. The show, you know what I mean? Hey, I played my part, and I'm continuing to try to play my part and get my daughter. This is not a healthy situation right here. court's ruled, obviously they feel so too. They feel the same way. Even with the egregious claims that she tried to report against me, that didn't work. So, waiting on police officers. Usually they take an hour to get here, and that's just how they do. But that's her whip. That's her whip, Mike Jones. That's the vehicle that she supposedly owns. It's an unlicensed driver. $7460 Ruskin Road. That's the location of my daughter. That's where she has been residing for the past year. I'm standing out here waiting on police officers. Not necessarily Mike Jones, just because the car there don't mean she there. I'm hoping she there. Sorry, I can't read y'all comments. It's sunny out here. I wish I could, because we waiting on the cops. But I'm going to do my best to try to keep the camera still. Shout out to J Philly News. What up, bro? What's up, man? Holla at me, bro. eyesonbluebuzz@gmail.com. Probably could do some recording today. I'm here till tomorrow. I've been here 2 days already. 357 Sig Beats 9 of them with police escort. I'm waiting on one right now. I never gave her a time when I was coming because I feared that if I committed to a time that she would call the police 20 minutes earlier saying that I was around being harassing, make up anything. And when I arrive and think the police is going to assist me with an escort, they'll be trying to lock me up, and then she'll put another restraining order again. And that'll be a whole year of this crap. Another year of this crap. So I'm being very smooth with this. The front door, that's just the vestibule. There's another door behind that. It looks like it's open, but no, it's not open. And even if it was open, I wouldn't be going in there. Even if my daughter came out right now and ran up to me, that would be the only way that I would park. But even if she came out and was in that yard right there, I would just talk to her. Definitely be happy to see her and just create an objective record and hope that the mother will release her to me amicably. Because, see, I don't want to start on my daughter. I don't want to have her shaken. And I don't want the mother to make any more false claims, okay? So until I receive my daughter amicably, you know what I mean? I got to receive her. It has to be a smooth transition. You already know what she's done already. I'm not going to allow her to do that to me again. I'm out here at 7460 Ruskin Road, Overbrook Park, right off of Haverford Avenue. Anybody got some cameras? Come on out. Right now, I'm the only one that's leading the situation. This is my story. I'm personally connected to it. So I'm going to be out here regardless. But we got parental kidnapping going on. But we waiting on the police. I told them I would be waiting across the street from this address right here. And this should be 7462. All right, we got police coming down the street right now. This is the fastest time ever. Here they come. Let me put my mask on real quick. Put this down so we can get the full documentation. And I'm gonna turn my body cam on. So y'all be cool real quick. Give me a second. Body cam on. Yeah. Let me pull this custody order out real quick. I got a custody order. Okay. This is my third day here strict. Well, I was here Saturday. I'm recording for documentative purpose.
We're recording as well, so that's fine.
Good, that's cool.
Yeah. What's the deal?
I have a custody order stating that I have custody.
Okay.
And
you say you've been out here, I'm sorry to cut you off. You say you've been out here 3
Saturday with a police escort, Sunday with police escort. Both gave me report numbers.
Right, did you go to court for it?
I went to court to submit a petition, but for my last attempt while I'm here over the weekend, because this is from out of Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
There you go.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's Boston. I just need y'all escort just to knock on the door to see if she opens the door. I understand y'all protocol and y'all process. I'm not expecting y'all to go in there and grab the kid. I understand that.
Yeah, as long as you know we can't do that, we can ask as well.
You guys have a kid in Philly or something?
Why
do you have a Boston, Massachusetts?
Because that's where the custody is.
You live here?
No, I don't live here. I live in Boston.
Okay. That's what I'm asking. Where'd you have the kid with her at?
The kid was born here, but we moved to Massachusetts.
Okay.
She brought the kid down here about 2 years ago, got arrested with her in the back seat. She was down here visiting, and I was notified. Got my daughter, took her back to Boston, filed for custody. That's how that came into place in 2019.
Okay, what is it? Joint, I didn't read through it too fast.
Sole legal. First line says sole legal.
So legal.
Yes.
Okay.
That was dated April 6th, and it actually states that she was supposed to return the child by April 26th.
What happened the last 2 times the officers were out here?
No answer.
No answer to the door?
Yeah. Which I'm expecting this time as well, but I just have to do this.
You know full well if she doesn't answer, we can't get the door down.
Yeah, I understand that. This is for my This is for me to document this that I've tried plenty of times.
Yep. And wherever you petition this in Boston, go back there.
I put a petition here in Philadelphia.
It says all persons interested having been notified in accordance with the law, this matter came before the court for pre-trial conference on March 30th, 2021. So you never went to court.
She never went to court.
Well, you never.
I went to court. It says that I was there.
The notice in the order dated March 1st, 2021 provided that the court may order the case to immediate trial on the date of pre-trial conference if the court determines that the parties will be on the only witnesses, or B, one party by failure to appear will not present a case, or C, immediate trial is necessary to accomplish justice. Plaintiff father was present and represented himself. Defendant mother did not appear. Court called the case to trial. After hearing and evaluating all credible evidence and drawing all reasonable inferences, therefore, I'm reading because I want to have it on my camera. I hope I look good on your camera as well. After hearing and evaluating all credible evidence and drawing all reasonable inferences, therefore, it is order and adjudging that the father shall have sole legal custody of the minor child, Lynn J. Lynn D. McLaughlin, 12/9/16. In the event that the child needs emergency medical treatment, the parent who is with the child must notify the other parent immediately of the emergency and provide him/her with information as the medical issue and contact information for the doctor hospital. Each party will have independent access to the children's medical dental records and to any of the children's medical providers. Either may contact the child's school, coaches, therapists, and as well. 1925. The child shall reside primary with the father in Massachusetts. The mother shall return the child. child father in Massachusetts no later than April 26th. So April. Child shall attend school in the community where the father resides. The mother may have video calls with the child on Tuesday, Thursday. Why does she even have custody of, in general? When?
Oh, because a year ago I had brought her down, my daughter down for a visit, and she
Okay.
put a false PFA claim in.
Okay.
That was
So you
that was
weren't allowed to
taken
have
that was
child.
taken care of last week, vacated and dismissed.
Okay, but that was before this. So she had child custody the whole time.
No, she
You just
didn't.
said you had a PFA.
She put a PFA in here.
Yeah.
I had custody, temporary custody in Massachusetts the whole time because I'm the one who initiated the custody
Well, was
battle.
a PFA with child custody agreement? There's ways you can get a PFA for the child.
Well, the point is that it's vacated and dismissed. That's what you need to know.
Well, I need to know what date because it makes a difference. Because I want to know how long she had the kid.
Well, if you could run my name if you want to,
I don't really need to.
because it would show in the system that I don't have a PFA on me. So it really don't even matter.
I don't even have your ID yet. Can I have your ID, please?
No, you got my name. I'm giving you my name, John McCullough.
Okay, well, I need to verify that it's you. Do you have your last 4 of your social then?
Sure.
You don't have an ID though? I need to verify.
Right at this point, I don't need to give it to you.
It's actually an investigation. I got to make sure it's.
You had that paperwork right there.
That anybody can have it.
Safety answers.
All right, well, give me a second. If I decide to give it to you, I'll give it to you. But I'll write down my I'll write down my.
Sure if she does answer the door and she wants to give the kid over, I gotta make sure it's verified it's you.
Okay, well, let's get to that. Let's cross that bridge first. Can I see your pen?
My pen? No, I can write something down for it.
4122.
What was your first name, sir?
John
What's your last name?
McCullough.
MCC.
ULLOUGH.
Date of birth?
7978.
And your address in Boston?
Come on, if I get you in 3443 McDermott.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. McDermott 3443.
Also Funtus 6454.
Thank you.
Everything got situated with this case that they're talking about here?
In Philadelphia, it's been vacated and dismissed.
court tell you that you try this 3 times?
I tried it Saturday and Sunday, and then I went to court
Do different
yesterday.
times though?
Yeah.
What was the times? Like, did you do during the day just in case she was a night time?
Saturday was towards the evening. Sunday was like early afternoon.
Okay.
At least read that. What house is it?
7460.
All right, just hang out here. Right?
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So they move in and knock on the door. Her car is in the back as well. Shout out to Mike Jones. Did the light just go out? That might be an automatic light. About 2 years now. This is the 3rd time, ladies and gentlemen. That wasn't even 3 minutes right there. Last time was at least 3 minutes. But
She actually frequently uses the back door?
Looks like she hasn't been there for at least a day because the mail's still there and he's dropping off new mail, so she may not be home.
possibly.
Does this have a fob on it?
That doesn't work.
I ain't going around back, y'all, so I'm just wait here. I expected this. Like I said, I already filed the, let me put this down real quick. I already filed the contempt. I hope it don't start buffering. I already filed the contempt, so I'll wait for that to play out. Everything's in my favor. Paperwork is in my favor. I just wanted to at least make a final attempt to show, you know, I've been trying to get my daughter, so. Shout out to Poor Dirt Farmer. I'm here trying to get my daughter. She's illegally withholding her at this point. It's parental kidnapping. I got the police escort here. They knocked on the door. They was there for about a minute and a half. They went around back to survey the back of the house. I told them that her car is back there. But really, all I need is the report number. This will be my 3rd report number, and this is just show proof that I've been here in Philly all weekend attempting to get my daughter. Order says that she is supposed to return. Let me see if they gonna go in the back, because it's open back there. I forgot about that. Let me let them know that back is open. I think that back's open as well. And the garage with the tarp on it, is that open? That's like a safety concern, isn't it?
They could have a tarp on it. We tried knocking on the door.
I'm not getting an answer. So.
I'll always give you a report number.
All right. I just need the report number. I put the petition in already yesterday.
I'm going to run at least for what you have to do in Philly. All right?
Okay.
What you do in Boston is what you do in Boston. I don't know Boston.
Go back over here to the spot. So that's, you see the minimum help that I get, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the Philadelphia police. This was already expected. I know it's probably a shock to you guys, but I've already knew that this was going to happen. So how long does it take until I'm able to put a report on her being missing, not the child, but her? After how?
Do you know they're missing?
I mean,
I mean, we don't know if they're missing, do we? You have contact with her mother? Like, is her mother still alive?
mother's
Your ex's?
deceased. My mother's deceased. Nobody has contact with her.
I mean, you don't know if she's missing. That's the thing. She hasn't been in your custody.
Well, what declares her? No, I'm talking about the mother.
Okay. When's the last
What,
time you had contact?
what declares her missing?
What declares her missing? When's the last time you had contact with her? Like, when's the next time you had physical, like you saw her physically?
Oh, a year ago. Me.
Right. Well, I mean, it's obviously hasn't been built up a year of mail in there.
But what I'm saying is, how long does it take for a
There's no
person?
time.
What does it? So how do you declare somebody missing if there's no time?
But the thing is when did you see her? That's what I'm saying. You haven't seen her in a year, so how can you declare she's missing?
So in my case, I can't declare her missing at all.
I didn't
But
say that, but do you think she's missing? I mean,
Well, I've been here 3 days and she hasn't opened the door. There's a court order that says she's supposed to return the child. She's not returning. What would you say? What would you call that?
maybe just not wanting to answer the door. The mail's only been there for
Looks
one
like
day.
A day's worth of
You
mail.
know what I mean? It's not like it's a bundle of mail there. So I don't think anybody's. It doesn't appear to me that somebody needs it.
So from this point on, if the same thing continues, when does that declare her being missing? Like when can
Well, it's not like a time element thing that you're trying to say. It's like all the factors together. You're saying you want to declare her missing. I don't know why.
Well, because she has my daughter, and I haven't seen my daughter in
understand
over
that,
a year.
You haven't seen her in over a year, but we're at her house. She has a day worth of mail, and you don't have regular, consistent contact with her, correct?
No,
It's not like
just
out
through
of the
text.
blue she stopped responding to you. I mean,
So how much mail do you need to get? Does need to be piled up on her step?
You keep asking
And
about how many. It's what we believe and what you believe, all right?
Well, I'm
I don't
asking
believe
because
that somebody
people
would be
declare
missing if
missing
there's
every
only one
day.
day's worth of mail.
There's signs of people being missing every day. In this case right here, when can I do that? That's just a simple question that I'm asking.
That's up to you, sir.
you're asking for
You're
specifics.
asking
We don't
us
have
advice. We
specifics.
can't give
It's
you
like-
advice like that.
And so would this consider to be a welfare check as well?
What do you mean a welfare check? For your
We can
daughter?
make it. You
or-
want numbers for that too?
Yeah,
We can make that too.
Yeah.
Not you, too.
This guy got attitude. And Mike Jones, the supervisor, was out here the other day, and he told me straight. It's recorded. When I get home, and I'll upload the videos. But the supervisor told me that they don't take babies. They're not going to go in the house. Simple as that. They're not going to help me. I have to wait through the court process. This is why it's being recorded. Appreciate y'all in the chat. Make sure y'all share this, man. This is an attempt of me getting my daughter, and this is all the Barnum and Bailey circus games I gotta play. You know what I'm saying? This is all the games I gotta play. The paperwork states that, sole legal custody. This is what I'm going through. Surprised this has went as fast as it did, because I was expecting them for at least another half hour. So y'all lucky, because there's been times I've been out here for over an hour waiting on them.
I have my supervisor coming out here, so I'll hold this until she speaks with you.
Okay, you got the supervisor coming up. Yeah, supervisor coming out. Hopefully that'll help, but I don't think so. We go to flyer one more time for all newcomers that's here, ladies and gentlemen. I distributed this flyer 2 days ago on every car on the block and every house on the block. Can he bring a search warrant with him? The sergeant? Can the sergeant bring a search warrant with him? With him?
You just talk to the supervisor. I mean, you're asking tons of different stuff. Just wait for the supervisor, all right?
I'm asking tons of stuff y'all should know. It's not like hard questions I'm asking. Y'all should know this.
Okay. So you want the supervisor to bring a search warrant?
Yes.
Okay.
And at this point, I feel like she's in danger because she was supposed to return my daughter. So I mean, it's only natural feelings as a father, you know.
Dude, listen, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you don't have a right to be upset. The system sucks. It is what it is. It sucks.
Make sure y'all share this, ladies and gentlemen. This should go all around the country. I mean, I'm taking one for every father who's going through this situation. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna turn it to a victory for every father who had to suffer through this situation, man. Shout out to all the fathers. We got Father's Day coming up, man. I hope I got my daughter by that time. Real rat. This is live. We are in Philadelphia, PA, Overbrook Park, 7460 Ruskin Road. At this point, it's parental kidnapping.
Trying to write the report. What's your ex's name?
Latasha,
Spell it.
L-A,
L-A.
capital T, A-S-H-A, supply,
S-H-A?
yeah, S-H-I,
What's her last name?
S-U-P-P-L-E-E,
Date of birth.
8877.
What's your telephone number? Or the last telephone number you know of?
Give me a second.
Can I have 3 7 time numbers? I'll give you the location when you're ready. Good. 3320 Hamilton. 37 in Mount Vernon. And 3300 Wallace.
I'm trying to dox her. You able to see that?
And this is the last loan location?
Yes. Yes.
You don't know if she moved? You don't know if she's...
I mean, it was last documented with family court when we was here when we was in court 2 weeks ago. That's when
She went to court with you 2 weeks ago?
yeah, we was in court 2 weeks ago. Zoom call here in Philadelphia. That's when the PSA was vacated and dismissed. Thursday, I make 2 weeks.
What's your daughter's name? J-E capital L.
MCCULLOUGH.
And her date of birth?
12/9/16. All right, so we waiting on a sergeant to pull up. Hopefully he got expedite a search warrant or something. I don't know. Any kind of help would be helpful at this point. Just trying to get my daughter to go back home. Back to back chain smoking.
What did they tell you when you went to court for this, the custody order? You said you went.
For the PFI?
No, not for the PFA. When's the last time you went to court for this?
Never had custody here in Pennsylvania. Custody always been in Massachusetts.
Okay.
The PFA was filed here.
Massachusetts. When did you go to court?
We went to court in March.
Okay.
And that was.
And she didn't go?
No, she didn't appear.
Was that like a Zoom call?
Yep.
What happened? What did they tell you?
We just took it to trial that day. And they made a decision, which was dated on April 6th.
Okay. And then the outcome of that is the packet of paper that you have today?
I got a quick question for you. Do you have any custody in Philadelphia?
There is no custody in Philadelphia.
No custody?
No.
That's why I want to ask my supervisor, see if Boston stands with this. So I'll wait for her. Well, that's the real reason I need her. So she'll further help us.
Got the sergeant coming down now, looks like. And you got the sergeant coming. Sorry for the shakiness, y'all. I broke my gimbal. So we are waiting on what the outcome is going to be. The officer speaking to the sergeant right now.
I'm just curious, are you recording or are you on live?
I'm live.
So you do Instagram live, Facebook live?
YouTube.
See a lot of that stuff like the Citizen app. A lot of people for it.
Well, Paul Jackson, there's no social worker involved at this time because there was never any findings of sexual abuse.
Last time you had contact with was 2 weeks approximately.
I have a text showing that the number that I just gave you, a text that she was supposed to return on Friday.
That's fine. Well, that's why I have
So-
my supervisor, so you just talk to her, right?
Now I'm just saying she said she could be on vacation, but she texted me and said that she would be returning my child on Friday.
Involved in custody, you know that, right?
Okay, well I'm just
You
out
had
here.
to take her back to court in Boston, like you said.
Yeah, that's what.
But how long she been living up here?
2 years.
2 years? Why you haven't? So your agreements, or do you live in Philly now?
I live in Boston.
So you come up here and get your daughter,
Yep.
and then you bring her back?
No,
to
I
court?
come. I have sole custody. I just
So
showed
was she
him
at visitation?
as of now. Yeah, since March. Well, since April 6th when it was signed.
She'll talk to you once she parks.
Here we go, y'all.
How are you?
Shout out to Poor Dirt Farmer. Appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all share this.
How long has she had your daughter?
Since last year.
Since last year. Why you ain't been back to court since?
Because she filed a false report, PFA charges, PFA report on me. And that just got vacated and dismissed 2 weeks ago. Thursday, I make it 2 weeks.
Thursday, make it 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So you ain't had your daughter in a year.
no contact in a year.
So that means you need to go back to court.
I have an order. Well, I went to court yesterday, filed a petition
up here
here,
or-
family court. But I'm just doing
they
this as a
say?
last attempt. Well, they had to review it. I filled out a petition and put it in the
Yeah.
Dropbox. So I'm just making a last attempt to get her before I go back.
Did she move?
Nah, she didn't move. I mean,
She
her
might have,
address,
but
her
didn't say.
phone is all documented
Yeah, you
on the
could-
courts.
Okay.
And I mean, if she did, then she's in violation because she was supposed to notify him.
Well, she could be on vacation.
Nah, well, she told me Friday she was going to bring her up
What time Friday?
no later than 7 p.m.
Bring her to Boston?
Yeah, and then she rescheduled it and said that she's coming Monday. I told her no need, I'll be down here. And
Okay.
she know I've been here 3 times. You guys are the 3rd escort.
And what happened Monday?
Huh?
What happened on Monday?
I came Saturday, I came Sunday. Monday is when I filed a petition, and this is the 3rd time I'm here today.
So she wasn't here this weekend?
She didn't open the door.
Yeah, she was here, but she didn't open the door.
I don't know if she was here or not. I
And
can't
you
say
don't know
that.
if she driving or not.
Yeah, her car's in the back.
Oh, but she just ain't answering the door. Or she catching a bus. If she work up here, she might be catching a bus and taking your daughter to daycare.
All
Got
right,
somebody watching it.
well, can I get a report number?
I
Yeah,
have
they
all
could
of them.
give
I
you
just
one.
want to wait until the sergeant calls
They
me,
can give
so-
you one, but you petition Philly.
Mm-hmm.
If you got one in Boston, when you go back home, petition Boston to mail it, to send it to Philly, not mail it. They'll send it to Philly and let them know she's not complying by the order from Boston. But they probably figure for a year nothing happened. So you apply in Philly because she live here. You supposed to.
But Massachusetts granted me sole legal custody before the outcome of the PFA because it was bogus. There was no findings of any evidence.
That's
the
why Philly said they're
reason.
gonna have to investigate. They'll find out what happened in Boston and what happened with you and the charge.
It's cleared. It's clear. We went to court
They
2
still
weeks
gotta
ago.
find. They got still why she did it and everything. They'll still, if it's clear, they'll just see that
It's
it
been
was clear.
vacated and
Vacated by the judge. She didn't
yes,
show
we
up.
went no, she showed up here in Philadelphia. She didn't show up to the court date in Massachusetts that granted me sole legal custody.
That's why she didn't come, because she had the daughter. She had to bring your daughter and turn her over.
Well, I'm
So
just
when
doing
did
this.
you get custody of her in Boston? When she was up here?
Well, I've always had custody of her
And you let
since
her have
2018.
it. And she
and we
had
filed-
visitation.
I brought her down last year, Mother's Day weekend. When I went to come pick her up,
She-
I was faced with reports of sexual abuse.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's a mess. So you filed in Philly, and Philly got to
Yesterday.
investigate. And then see Boston.
I put out an emergency petition to
That's not
enforce the
still-
sheriffs.
That's one. That's still a take. How long did they tell you?
They didn't.
they
They
gotta
said put it in the
contact
Dropbox so they could review
Yeah,
it.
because down family court, they have an out-of-state one that handles like out-of-state parents, one in Philly, one out-of-state. So they had to contact Boston family court to find out what's been going on between the two of y'all from Boston and
Okay.
Philadelphia.
All right. Well,
But
hopefully
if
they
you
get
going
on
back
it
home today,
tomorrow.
when you go back home, file down there again and let them know she's been in violation. You got your police reports here in Philly, so you can give them the reports.
So what will I be filing now? I already filed
That she's in
a contempt
violation.
of court. I filed contempt of court
But that's
yesterday.
here in Philly. But if you got your orders originally.
So you saying
from
go to Boston
When you
and get
go
them the
home,
report numbers?
yeah,
Yeah, I
give them
got
the
all
report
that. All
numbers
right.
And let them know she in violation.
Got you.
She's not opening the door. We don't get involved in custody. But she's not opening the door and she's violating the order. And you got your reports from when you came here in Philly. And let them know you filed in Philly.
So
They
Boston
shoulda gave
Police or Boston Family Court?
Boston Family
okay.
Court.
All right.
And give them your docket number for how you filed in Philly, so they could communicate faster between the two. Because Philly got to send them a message, and they respond and back and forth.
All right.
Because that way they have a unit that enforce it, and if they had to come out and get her or find her in Philly wherever she working is listed, they could go to her job or wherever they need to go.
All right.
And she just keeping her daughter from y'all daughter from you. That's what she doing. Well, good luck. Yeah.
All right.
DC numbers. The first one is for domestic, 1501 Arch. That's our way of doing anything with family issues. And then checking the well-being DC numbers. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man.
Good luck.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, I wasn't anticipating on getting my daughter because I've been out here all weekend. Just did this for documentative purposes to show that I did my part all weekend long to get my daughter. They already did the wellness check. They gave me the report number on that, Mike Jones. That's all included. It was included with me trying to get my daughter. It's included because she didn't open the door. That's the extent of the wellness check. They can't do no more than that. So that's what it is. Pretty much in Philadelphia, court papers mean nothing. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty soon I'm gonna cut this live stream. Just wanted to show y'all. This wasn't an audit. This wasn't a cop watch. This is actually a documentation of my personal life. Shout out to all y'all that hung out and witnessed the situation. Search warrant order Veronica is not going to come to fruition until the courts find out what's going on. And it's unusual times right now, COVID-19 season. Everything's delayed. I've been to the courts yesterday. I filed the petition. They told me to put it in the Dropbox. That's all I could do. Everything's in my favor except for me actually physically having my daughter. And I just gonna have to wait. There's nothing else I could do. Unfortunately, it's been over a year and I'm still waiting. But I'm just gonna keep a cool head. Address is 7460 Ruskin Road, ladies and gentlemen. 7460 Ruskin Road, Philadelphia, PA. Overbrook Park. The parental kidnapper is Latasha Clara Suppley. Okay? Date of birth 8/8/77. Single black female. 43 years old. Disposition, ratchet as fuck. Shout out to all y'all. We the people, what's up, bro? Shout out to you, man. Jane Pfeiffer, moderator of the stars, Perfect Sense, Dragonette, Miss B, appreciate y'all. Spooky Press on Free. Who we got right here? Who that? Miss B. Joshua Return, Paul Jackson, Bill Wrights, Appreciate y'all support, man. Means a lot. I'm gonna keep going strong. This ain't over with by a long shot, ladies and gentlemen. It will be further reporting on this. There will be further reporting. Shout out to the people. Appreciate you, my man. Shout out to the South Side. About to get out of here, y'all. Once again, Poor Dirt Farmer, thanks for sharing. Y'all make sure y'all share this on all platforms. This is how it goes down for single fathers. It has custodial rights, so legal custodial rights. It's the resistance. I'm out of here, y'all.